Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
Today we're reacting to British autistic teen arrested for homophobic comment.
She's autistic, I know you're arrested. I'm telling you, I've got Eunice coming, she's going to be arrested tonight. I'm waiting till the police officer's coming, I'll explain what happened.
If I get put in why we got her on the first place.
You fucking bitch, what me if I get put in calm down. She's autistic, can you stop staring at her, please? She's got autism, can you just stand there? She's in a cupboard, she can't go anywhere. She can't go anywhere. Stand there, dear. They're going to remove her for what? With your woman? Then she said the word lesbian. Her nana is a lesbian, she's married to a woman. She's not homophobic. Look what you're clenching your fist. Go away from my teenage daughter.
What is up with you?
There is something wrong with you, mate. She didn't aim it at the police officer.
It's not homophobic remarks at my colleague.
It's not a homophobic remark. She said, I think she's a lesbian like Nana.
If you want to bully people, you'll just get one of them badges there. That's what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Caitlin! Where'd it go? Where's this? Does it go to right under there?
She's autistic. She don't like people touching her. She will have a meltdown. She won't come out. She's got autism. I'm Lisa.
Talk to her so she can come out. Because we're trying not to do this, aren't we? We've been trying for a long time.
But she hasn't done nothing, no. That officer out there has assaulted me for no reason. She's got autism. She's autistic, man.
The issue is, if an officer decides to arrest her...
She got arrested.
No.
They brought her up.
So these officers are at this woman's door. The kid is tucked in a corner, screaming and crying. And if you can make it out, they're upset because they said this woman looked like a lesbian.
She looks like a lesbian. I'm a lesbian.
Is she not?
No, she looks like a lesbian.
Is she like a straight woman or is she a trans man?
But
Like,
how
what's
is-
the problem here?
The guy was saying it was a homophobic comment. Homophobic? Why is it homophobic to call someone a lesbian? That's not homophobic. Lesbian is a word.
It's like calling a fridge a kitchen appliance and then them saying, what, do you have something against kitchen appliances?
This is the epitome of the woke police. They're literally policing someone's speech. That's quite frightening.
Like, I can't even imagine hearing, you look like a lesbian and being offended.
Lesbian. Lesbian.
What is offensive about that? What makes it homophobic?
I can see as a straight woman being offended by that.
But that would make her homophobic for being offended.
Exactly.
So shouldn't she arrest herself?
But you wouldn't even be homophobic. You'd just be like, well, I'm not. You know what I mean? Why are your panties getting in a twist over it? Assuming you wear panties.
Is that homophobic?
I don't know anymore.
Everything is.
You know how many feminine lesbians are like, man, if I could just look a little more gay. You know how many times I've said that kind of thing? Because when I was working in a higher traffic area, would get those kind of questions. I was, no, I wish I looked more gay for that. I don't understand the issue with looking more lesbian. Unless you're trying to get men. It's not like she's at a bar.
If she said she looked like Tinkerbell, would she have gotten arrested?
When I was a kid, like an young elementary school kid, we had a lunch man, and because it was weird to have a lunch man, we called him Mr. Lunch Lady. Mm-hmm. And if we did that today, we get pulled into the principal's office and told that we were being hateful.
Like, you can't get away with that stuff
We'd get in so
anymore.
much trouble,
People get
wouldn't we?
upset about stupid stuff because they have it so good.
And this man just laughed it off because he was a secure man who was like, yeah, it's weird for me to be a lunch
People who have nothing
monitor.
else to pay attention to in their life focus on these things to get angry about and then take it out on people that don't deserve it. Who is letting it even happen? Why is this happening? Where did this start? Did this start from Me Too? Did this start from George Floyd? Did this start from... Was there a big bad thing that happened amongst the LGBTQ to cause this radical behavior? Like the whole BLM thing started from George Floyd. Where did this
All the nightclub
explosion-
shootings and stuff.
All the nightclub...
There's a lot of nightclubs, the Pulse
those
nightclub
are
shooting.
gays. Those are gays and lesbians, though. And maybe some drag queens.
But because it's involved in the whole acronym, they're going to claim it. And I'm just saying, like, that's where a lot of this came from.
The whole trans, non-binary ideology thing is completely against us. It's the new kind of conversion therapy.
I think we were watching a video earlier today. They said that they embrace the contradictions. And I think that's one of them. They're not in the acronym, but they are, so they're going to use it to their advantage. And when it's not to their advantage, they're going to throw it away.
Yeah.
That seems like the whole like
And hope and pray no one noticed.
that's the whole instruction booklet on how to do it. It's like use what you got to your advantage. The second it turns against you, throw it away and negate it all completely.
So you have no morals or integrity. You're no different than a big pile of dung.
You got it.
I don't know anyone who would want to date dung. Other dungs, maybe.
I'm not even concerned about the dating right now. It's more like the interaction between people like this.
Other dung people want to be around dung people?
No, this poor kid is just in the corner crying and screaming, getting chased down
Oh.
by cops for calling a woman, not even calling a woman a lesbian, for saying, hey, you look like a lesbian, I know.
This reaction that the cops had creates a fear around people and almost becoming mute to the point where they don't want to say anything, because if your speech is policed and you can be sent to prison, who would want to talk out in public? I mean, you already can't say shit online if you live in the UK.
I said this in one of our other videos. Do you really want the person who works at McDonald's, the person who's just delivering your groceries, whatever, to be fined or put in jail? Do you want children to be arrested and put in juvie for saying that you look like a family member that is just happens to be gay?
Or would you like your Uber driver to have you arrested for saying something that you didn't even know was offensive, but they found offensive?
How dare you?
Like that becomes
It's a slippery slope.
society where everyone is policing each other, where everyone is turning on each other. Sounds very North Korea-like to me.
It's so unfortunate because there's a lot of people who actually struggle with certain ailments, certain issues. So someone who's autistic, they don't always know how to read a room. So just identifying something.
Yeah.
You look like someone I know. That's basically what was said here. The fact that she threw in lesbians, the problem.
That is offensive.
Are we not okay? Like, are we not okay people to be?
The autistic teen has rights, and her rights are being infringed upon because of this cop's rights. Are we supposed to be afraid to say anything in front of cops because they could arrest us for offending them? Also, whose rights are the decider of who gets arrested? If one person is infringing on this person's right, and this person is infringing on this person's rights, then who gets arrested at this point?
The person with the most power.
It's like the whole trans women invading women's spaces thing, to where it's like women's rights are being violated and almost written out
Eradicated.
because of the rights of the trans women. You know, like you can't give someone's rights and then take someone else's rights away.
Well, that's what they're
That's
trying
going
to
to
do.
cause a lot of shit.
But that's exactly what they're trying to do.
And that's why society is in chaos. That's why people aren't having sex. This is why people don't have friends. This is why there's a shit ton, like everything that's going bad in society, it's all connected to this shit.
I know
It's
these
all
are
connected to this shit.
I know these are completely different situations, but you have people like this who are pursuing a teenage girl who said something not aggressive, not hateful, just a matter-of-fact statement. And then you have people like in New York City that were on the subway cussing and screaming and threatening people, and God forbid anyone takes care of that. But one person said lesbian, lock them up.
What if she was a schizophrenic? Are we going to be arresting schizophrenics for being homophobic or whatever the fuck they say? Because they're going to say crazy shit? Are we going to start, like, where does this... There's no logic in this. This is just freaking chaos.
This doesn't run off logic.
Yeah.
She's
under arrest.
No, but she was going upstairs and she made a comment to me, and that officer ran in my house and assaulted me and tried to get to my daughter for
If you
no.
want to make a complaint about any of it, that's
I
fine.
am
All the
going
cameras
to.
that will have been on.
I am going to. Yeah,
the
because
issue
it
is
is on and she has.
she's now under arrest.
She was full of rage and she ran in the house and she barged me into this corner.
She's laying on the ground getting yanked around by her arm. It really doesn't look comfy. And the lesbian cop is just staring off in the corner.
Douglas Murray was saying in the video
Yeah.
that the UK cops don't really do their job.
That's kind of what I just
So it's
saw.
almost like they're trying to fill a quota by coming up with things to arrest people for. Because they don't want to actually do their job because it seems like they're snowflakes. So
Yeah, it does.
let's not like go after the hard stuff, hard crime. Let's go after this.
The easy target with
Teenage-
scoliosis.
There you go.
This poor girl. I just feel bad for her. Because that's got to be terrible and
Traumatizing.
terrifying and so scary. And I know from the few autistic people I've interacted with is that they're not bad people. They're honestly just trying to get through it. And they don't mean to harm your feelings if they do. Let's say that for some reason she did say you look like a fucking bull dyke. Let's say that she said that to this woman, which is not at all what she's being accused of. Let's say she did, though. Usually it's just them being honest or them trying to communicate how they're feeling. It has never, ever, ever been to hurt someone. I've never seen someone autistic do something like that to hurt someone. They don't understand enough about it. Like, their brain doesn't process it correctly to get to that state. They're not trying to hurt you, is my point.
By continuing this, you're going to infringe on a lot of rights of the mentally handicapped,
And you're going to make these poor autistic people not want to leave the house,
traumatizing them.
giving them more issues. They can't socialize easily enough as it is. It's a
That
difficult
will definitely
thing.
make them want to unalive
It's
themselves. I'll
difficult for
tell you
autistic
that.
people to socialize. Everyone knows that. And so if you're going to sit there and now persecute people,
For something that, what did Jesus say? They know not what they do. Except for that's for sinners. So this
I think this would be a major sin, man.
cop
Yeah.
cop is flexing muscle on a teenager.
Yeah.
Like how
How low?
pathetic.
How low?
How pathetic is this lesbian cop?
I bet they're probably a they them.
I don't care. I'm a lesbian and I'm actually a smidge maybe offended at the fact that this teen got arrested for saying that she looks like a lesbian. How is that homophobic? You're literally saying that who I am is offensive.
That's why I said, are we that bad?
That's why this is backwards. They're fighting to defend homosexuals and all this shit, while in turn being so homophobic.
It's real. Internalized homophobia is real.
It is really retarded.
And real.
Like and subscribe.
Please. We're broke.